Hello, I'm live. Welcome to the McCaffrey Crafts live stream. I am Francis McCaffrey, and yeah, I every Friday I make myself available to you guys in the community, and I'm quite happy to answer any questions to do with my walking sticks or to do with Irish culture, or generally we end up talking about whatever you guys want in the community. So
and I'm quite
yeah.
happy to answer.
Oh yeah, let me just turn that down for a second. Yeah, so now I'm streaming on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram all at the same time. And yeah, I'm at home today because I'm gonna have a cup of tea and a chat with you guys. Of course, it's Barry's tea, and yeah, pretty worn out, pretty tired, physically worn out today. So I'll probably be speaking a bit slower than usual. So a lot to talk about this week. There's a few things happening in the world, isn't there? And I've been busy working on sticks. Today, I spent the day cutting blackthorn. I went up to Limerick, to a cutting spot in Limerick, to this kind lady who has given me access to her land that she's clearing all the hedges soon. So before the hedges are all gone, I'm allowed to go in and take out some things that I need. Also, there's a guy up in Offaly that's going to, going to do some cutting for me. So a new guy, so that's good. And yeah, so now it's all go. It's the Christmas season, and here we go, Steve Kelly. How are you? Good evening. You have your Trump profile picture as well changed. Okay. And Tyler, oh, good day, dude. Good day to you, sir. I'm also having a cup of tea and having issues finding a place to cut sticks. Yeah, man, it's getting harder and harder each year. Or like every time that I think that I'm kind of running out of places to cut sticks and I'm worried, some new guy just calls me up all of a sudden and like it's okay. I got like how many sticks did I get today? Maybe about 30 or 40 sticks. I'm actually look, anytime now I go to my spots, I'm only getting 30 and 40, while before I'd usually be getting like 80 to 100. So I wouldn't have to go cutting as often, but I could cut quantities. So I have to go to places now that are kind of hard enough to get in, get out of, and walk back and forth to my vehicle and stuff like that. Martin O'Neill says, "Hi Francis, good to see you. Yeah, happy to see you guys as well. Just enjoying my cup of tea. I feel like I need a biscuit or something crunchy to eat with it as well. But yeah, today was all about cutting wood and sourcing it because just because you see the finished product, it starts somewhere, and it usually starts in Irish soil. That's the blackthorn. I posted a little short clip of me cutting some blackthorn today. I got a nice root stick, and yeah, the cutting season is upon us, but also the Christmas run season is upon us, and also my packing season is upon us, and it's quite busy days, and actually it got quite quiet for the day of the election, so that was kind of good. Gave me a day to kind of catch up on all my work, but already things are starting to pick up again now with sales and where people are focusing on their Christmas gifts, and no better gift than a McCaffrey Crafts walking stick or shillelagh or hiking stick. I have a stick for everyone. Stick Nation movement is getting quite popular. Uh, those guys actually contacted me like very early on and stuff, and they were like, "We want to do official stick reviews and stuff," and I was like, "Okay." And they were like, "Can we review your sticks and all of this?" And I goes, "Yeah, yeah," and but it just took off really fast. Let's see. Steve Kelly says, "My family is in Offaly as well. Um, there's plenty of blackthorn around Offaly. Shh, don't tell anyone." Mary Miles says, "Hello, Francis. Hello, how are things?" Tyler, may I order one of your hazel sticks as a gift to myself for Christmas? Tyler, the hazel sticks I have are amazing. The pictures don't do them justice. Like, really, they turned out really well. I actually made those hazel sticks like a good long while ago, about a year ago, and I actually have about 200 more pieces of hazel that are finished. But it just takes me like 15 minutes to like upload them to the website, do all the descriptions, do the meta tags, meta descriptions. So like, I prioritize just kind of putting on the black turn at the moment because you know how it is with a small business who does everything. There's not enough hours in the day. Um, I can't really hire anyone to do all of these tasks. When I had, family members doing it, they're putting it wrong, making mistakes. Sometimes it's just quicker for me just to work a few extra hours in the evening and just get things done. So I am your all-in stick maker, a small business owner who does everything. But that's where you got to be. When you have a business, it's like you can't really rely on anyone. You have to double check everything, and you have to make sure it's done right, because no one has, I suppose, the same conviction for their business other than the owners and the people in, at the top. Most workers, they just do their 9 to 5, want to go home and you know play video games and watch brain rot stuff. Hoppy Fletch says hi, Francis. Hi, Hoppy. How are things with you? Glad you can join the live stream. Just enjoying a cup of tea. But yeah, let's see now. Tyler says, it's a shame I'm so short at 5'3". I have to request a stick to be cut. Hopefully you have a bit of rest soon while you work. Tyler, there is nothing wrong with being 5'3". Okay, from a man who is 5'3.5". I'm 164 centimeters, so don't worry about that. Small guys live longer. Fact. Can't dispute facts. Alternate facts. But I look, whatever your height is, it doesn't make a difference. Like, I can cut for you. So if you're 5'3", like, I had a lady into my shop a week ago and she was 3'2", like looking for a stick, and I just resized one. Like, there's no problem. Let's see. Did you choose which stick to do from your video, Judah? Yeah, stick B. I've made the video of it. And actually, I thought stick A was initially going to win. So being a smart little guy that I am, I decided to make the videos for Stick A. Then I cut my finger doing it, and then like all you guys, like, because initially like the first few were like Stick A, Stick A, Stick A, and then I kind of didn't look at it, and I goes, oh yeah, it's probably going to be Stick A, and then I went away for a few hours, and like I made the video on Stick A, and then all of you then were like Stick B, and I was like, oh, so I made the video for Stick B, and so I'll put both of them out anyway, but yeah, the majority of you watch Stick B, an interesting type of handle on it. And I've been working on a load of those kind of knotty sticks and sticks with knuckles and thorns. Because like I know on the website, like I probably need more of those. So I know what you guys want, and I try to give you guys as much as I can. But this job is just my entire life, and it's just, there's, as I said, there's only so many hours in the week when you just get like physically exhausted from doing things. And I love the messages. Why don't you make this type of stick? Why don't you make straps? Why don't you make? But like, there's only so many hours in a week, and I only have so much wood, and sometimes the sticks that guys request I put online, and then they're they're sold within 5 minutes. And then the guy's like, "Where's my stick?" But I don't do custom orders for that reason, because I know the type of sticks that sell fast. And when some guy wants a specific type of stick, usually like there's 30 or 40 guys that all want the same thing. So whenever I put it online, it's going to sell anyway. And again, it's kind of like when you're a small business, it's kind of easier to make the sticks that you want as well. Okay, sorry. I have all my notifications on at the moment. So Ren Steele says, "Good morning from Alaska." Alaska, man, that's Anchorage or someplace. Actually, I have a nice few followers in Alaska. I do notice, like on the orders that I ship out, that Alaska is on the up, and yeah, like I think it takes, like, it's not too bad. It can get to Alaska within probably about maybe a week or two, like that as well. So I am all over the world. Okay, I've shipped sticks to Japan. Sticks shipped sticks to Thailand, to Singapore, to Australia, to Mozambique, to some French territories in the middle of nowhere that I never even heard of as well. And yeah, so like definitely. So Sarah Wack here, hello. Very nice for you to join the stream on Instagram. So I'm streaming now on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. If you're new to this community, I have quite a big following. Well, I got a million views. I got a million on Instagram last month in the 30 days. So that was my first time ever hitting a million. And one of my videos last month got 2 million views on Facebook. And I actually got some money from Facebook. They sent me €100 for it. which I wasn't even expecting, or I don't really care about. That's, for a black turn millionaire like me, that's pocket change. But yeah, so it was quite interesting when like my first time getting a viral. Well, not really. I've had videos go viral before, but 2 million is probably the best. I did a podcast too. If you guys can't get enough of me and want to know more about me, I did a podcast on Weird Ireland. They're on Instagram and everywhere. He's quite big. A guy called Brinsley. He's quite a big influencer in the Irish scene. He's right up there. His a lot of his videos get quite a lot of views. So check out. I did a podcast as well. So yeah, I'm relentless online. I'm always talking online. I'm always messaging different things. I think just being as active as possible, talking to everyone and stuff, and just, the more people that know about Irish sticks, I think the better as well. Let's see now. Tyler says that, what type of handle do you prefer on sticks you walk with yourself? Um, I suppose like the T-shaped ones are kind of like a better grip and stuff, but it depends. Like sometimes I like the knob sticks, but don't quote me out of context. I like small knobs, sticks, small knob on the stick, not a big knob. I do not like big knobs. I like small knobs. So again, don't use that quote out of context. We're talking about the handles of sticks, nothing else. And it's kind of funny because like on Instagram, I had 5 of my videos got picked up by their algorithm, their automated system. They said that the shape of the walking stick looked a bit suggestive, and they removed the videos for inappropriate content. A walking stick, and I had to appeal it. But like when you're appealing something like that, like they put down your views and your videos for a few days. So it's really annoying. So if I hold a stick, and if I move my hand on the stick a certain way, instantly flagged. They think it's something else. It's so weird the way these kind of like automated kind of systems are kind of set up, and they don't really care. It's just they get your video, they remove it. So yeah, it's kind of a new thing, getting like your content removed for being inappropriate and things. It's kind of unusual as well. Um, Let's see now. A few guys are messaging me here, but I'm in the middle of the live stream. Dem says, or Sarah says, yeah, okay. I'm glad you're listening away and enjoying knowing a bit about me and my life as I drink a cup of tea. Uh, I think that's good. Oh wait, someone gave. Oh, let me catch up on the comments as well. Where am I with the comments? And someone gave it a super chat for $10. I'll get to that in a second because I can't see who it is. I voted for Stick B. It's very good. That should be good. Facebook user. And men should not be commenting on other men's here as well. It's all good. It's kind of funny when you see things like that as well. But look, when you put yourself online to the internet, people are always going to poke fun at you. Your eyes, your glasses, your nose, your hair. It's like if you're a sensitive type of person, just don't put yourself online. Like I've been called every name under the gun. You're this, you're that, you're old, you're weird, you're this. It's like, and if people are commenting on my hair, which is kind of funny to me, it's I just find it all kind of funny. And Mary voted for Stick B, Stephen says. Let's see. John says, really looking forward to getting my walking stick. Okay. I should be here in Florida by Wednesday. I'll probably walk with it. Okay, yeah, FedEx is pretty good. But sometimes when I say Wednesday, it might be Thursday. I don't have a meltdown. I had this one lady and her husband, they went berserk because FedEx said they were going to deliver it something like the Wednesday, and it didn't get delivered till the Thursday or Friday. And she took a time off work, and she wanted me to give her compensation because, FedEx didn't deliver her package on the day that they said they were. And I should remind you that I'm not FedEx. I don't do customer service for delivery companies. If the deliveries arrive, but like all things in life, like sometimes they're not on time. So sometimes they say, look, it's going to be delivered on the Wednesday or Thursday. So like, don't get your hopes up as well. So Duncan, how are things, my man? Haven't heard from you in a while. Congrats on 1 million views. Yeah, I did, man. It was good. It's hard. Is it hard to bend a crook handle from Blackthorn? Yes, mostly they snap. I tried it loads of times. But like, there's not a huge thing for this. Let's see. Sarah says, Instagram recommended you while I was walking. When I was browsing walking aids. Very good. That's good to know because like on Instagram, like I had 5 videos where I'm holding a walking stick, and literally they said their automated system says that the shape of the walking stick, it looks like something that it shouldn't look like, and they need to review my content, and they restricted me. So it's good to hear that Instagram are are doing it, because I'm the guy in Ireland who makes walking sticks and walking aids. I make wooden walking sticks. So if you are looking for something like from nature, that there is something special about when you walk with a walking stick and you hold it beside you. The other thing, you can't like, compare it to a plastic stick or something like that. When you have something that is grown out of nature, it is like such an amazing thing to do. And like, blackthorn is such a difficult wood to find that is long enough to make a walking stick. It grows like in many places, but sometimes it's very hard to find the one that's long enough as well. And like, when you have an Irish piece of blackthorn that was handmade by these hands, there's just something special about it. And there is no comparison to having a wooden walking stick. It is like the best thing in the world. It's more than just a walking aid. It like becomes your friend, your companion, and it allows you to do things like, we live in an age now where people are getting older, are more active, so they're getting injuries, they need help. People are, the more people are getting out of being active, look, getting injuries, hurting your leg, hurting your back, these things are happen. And when you have a walking aid, it just aids you and helps you to be a bit more mobile, and to go out. And like, I've been through myself, I had an operation, and like, I couldn't walk after my operation, and going to the toilet was even impossible and stuff. When I had my 2 walking sticks, I had two, I was like, one two one two, because I make walking sticks, I could look, I had 2 sticks, no problem. Uh, but yeah, just look, I'm passionate. I know it's a bit weird, but I like walking sticks. I like walking aids. I get a bit of a kick, in a good way, of hearing your stories, of appreciation for Irish crafts, for my art. And I love when you tell me like happy stories. I'm sitting there at night in bed and just scrolling and doom scrolling away, and then I get a message, "Oh, thanks for the steak. This allowed me to go see my sister's wedding. Thank you very much. I've managed to go for a walk in the forest. Your steak helped me, and I felt a connection." Like, this is kind of what I want. Like, in life, you know, there are many pleasures out there, but for me, just hearing positive comments about something that I made and crafted, like, it makes me feel good. And I guess I get some serotonin boost or something like that. I do really enjoy like hearing the nice comments from people as well. Let's see now. Lead Reckoning. Hey Francis, love your sticks. On one of my sticks, a blackthorn with a bent handle, a small white knob bends. The background knob has risen with use. Any advice for sanding or refinishing? Simple. Just sand all the way. Just rip off the bark, sand it down, blend it in. It looks nice. After, you can use any finish you want. Just remove the finish with sandpaper, and then just water-based finishes are kind of easier to kind of use and stuff as well. Mm. Okay, and let's see now. So Steve says, Francis, I had surgery this week. Got all my teeth removed and dentures in as well. You must have a great smile then. Have you got like all the porcelain veneers and stuff like that? You've got your movie star smile now. So that's good. Like, sometimes, look, you know, did you like? Isn't that quite an expensive procedure as well to get it all kind of done? But at least it was done for a reason. So obviously there might have been something hurting you or different things. So just, when you have to go through medical procedures, just get it done. And it's not like a big part of your life, like in terms of like in a 2 months, 3 months after most surgeries, you kind of do, have some kind of recovery as well. Mary says, "Out, Steve. It's in my future as well." Yeah, look, part of life is getting injured. Part of life is going through these ups and downs and struggles. Wouldn't it be great if life was just like one upwards, everything is rosy. Woo, it's really good. But life is winning, 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 losing, winning, losing, winning, and just those kind of waves. And like, I don't know, like, I think there's like, people are a lot tougher than is what made out online. I think that people can deal with a lot of pressure. I can feel that people, not all people, but a lot of people can deal with a lot of pain and a lot of hurt and different things. And that I don't know. I think that that's is something that isn't really talked about too much. That again, that people are very resilient. That's kind of like the main point that I was done. Just to clarify, rip off the bark, then send. Yeah, so if the bark is loose and stuff, like you can just get like a rasp and rasp away nicely and gently off it. Um, but sometimes like it's going to kind of like go down and go down and go down. Sometimes I'll just kind of like give a little pull and I'll see if it's like loose and if it's still loose. And if it's like really loose, a good bit way, I just kind of pull it and then I just kind of blend it in. But like it's wood. When you take off the bark and send it back, it looks amazing. It always looks good. Let's see. Any tips for flying international with a walking stick? There's no problem. And every airline in the world allows a walking aid because you need that to get to your seat on the aircraft and to get off the aircraft. During landing and takeoff, you just put it beside you, or they'll put it in overhead to the parliament. Walking aids are allowed on aircraft, no problem, 100%. I've checked that a million times, people. Getting older, you have to have a sense of humor about more stuff. And yeah, Mary, it was expensive as well. But it's okay, Steve, man. It's like, get your hair transplant, get the new teeth done, get the kind of like, you get the kind of look, you just get the tuck here, you start look younger. There you go. But yeah, it's one of those things as well. Let's see. Did you buy a four did you buy a four dumb and different bits? No. What do you mean by four dumb? Wait. I can't afford dumb. Oh, for a rotary tool. Oh, that's for like those are like more for when you're carving different things. Like I specialize in just a very basic rustic style, using different things. So yeah, I don't use rotary tools because I'm not drawing rabbits' heads into my sticks or things like that, or doing any kind of carving. But yeah, they're for carving as well. I'm not very good at like handwriting and different things. I kind of like there's really good carving guys in the UK. That's kind of what the sticks of UK guys are known for. So those guys are in a different level to me. They spend ages, but for those sticks, they can take a long, long, long time to do, and they're usually like in different woods and softer woods. They use to kind of carve things out, or else they just kind of buy the pieces and put them, attach them. But yeah, it's not the kind of walking sticks I do. I'm a rustic, handmade, one piece Irish blackthorn shillelagh maker. That's my style. But everyone can kind of like have a go at different things, and if you are an artistic you kind of guy, you can do it. But actually I do have probably three or four rotary actually kits and stuff bought over the years, but I've never opened them, never used them because I never really had the need to as well. And so how are all you guys in America and everything? uh I just hope my sticks don't get taxed too much now with tariffs. Well, what odds? If it does, if it stays about 10%, I can take that. If it's like a big 20% tariff, that's going to be a bit annoying. It'll cut into my profit margins. But like, I can probably absorb like a 10% type of thing. But probably I'll do is I'll raise my sticks by 5% and I'll take five. I'll kind of do half and half. So if any new tariffs comes in, which that's what all the talk is, isn't it? They're going to tax international goods coming into America, and if they do, I'll just adapt as I always do. And I suppose that was my only really concern with the U.S. election. But I was interested in the U.S. election just from like marketing point of view and stuff, and it's very weird the way they go in different directions with their kind of marketing and different things. You can see what works, and you can see like who was out of touch and who was more in touch with where people are online now. And if you focus on the right policies that's really connect with people, that's really how you get elected. And we're coming into an election cycle here in Ireland too, and every night from around now, politicians are knocking on my door looking for my vote, and you know, none of them know anything about policy. Like I'm this local guy. I did this. I did that, and you ask them to try to speak on some policy, and it's like, what? You're asking me about policy? Like it's like they're not really used to hearing about this. But like everything, like in Ireland, the two biggest political parties say the Democrats and Republicans of Ireland have kind of like joined up together, and they form one super, political party that is, it's not going to be toppled. It's still going to be the same guys. They have this kind of monopoly on politics at the moment. And so the two biggest parties in Ireland that were always for 100 years, there was always this party, and then it was this party, then it was this party. And then they started to lose a bit of support. There was a bit more of a radical left party coming in. So they didn't have enough votes to make a government. So these two parties, which are completely opposed to each other for 100 years and were always battling for power, they just joined up together and took turns leading the country. Welcome to Irish politics. Good day, Francis and Mary. Hope you're all well. We're all good. We're good as well. Mary's saying as well. Yeah, so I'm tired. I'm cold. I'm hungry, and all of this, but it's all good. I put a load of sticks up this week. I still have like a nice 20 or 30 sticks that I need to get online. And the next batch of sticks that I'm working on are the thorny ones. I'm working on loads with very thorny kind of shafts as well, because again, a lot of people asking me questions about them. So I had a bunch on the website, but they're all gone. So I have to make some more now. So over the next probably a week or maybe the weekend, I will just focus on doing some of that. And yeah, that's kind of like the kind of thing that I've been working on. Let's see. Stephen Forecraft says, "How are you, Francis? I have tons of blackthorn around my way. I mean, piles of it. Is the old or the new better? Sorry, is the old or the new better to look for sticks? And what do you coat them in as well? But yeah, if you've got a load of blackthorn around you there in Ireland, or if you're in the UK, that's it only really grows in Ireland, the UK, tiny bit of France, a little bit of Germany, and that's basically where the only places that you can get blackthorn. A lot of people confuse it with other things as well. So is it old or the new better to look for sticks? I don't know what you mean by the is it old or new better. You tried to your English is just kind of all mixed up there. And what do you coat them in? So just try to rephrase what you were trying to say there, and I'd be happy to answer. How do I choose the correct size? We have a message from Joy, LSK. And there's many different ways to calculate the correct height, but the easiest way is just half your height and add an extra inch on. So half your height with shoes on is an easy way to say it. So say for example, if you're 5'10", half your height is 35 inches. So add on an inch, so 36 inches. So usually anything close like 36, 35 and a half, 36 and a half, anything within a kind of like inch either way, you're going to feel comfortable with. But 36, so like basically when you grip a stick, you just want like a little crease in your wrist here. See this the skin here? Wait here. Yeah. So you see like the little crease of skin that comes. So when you're holding a stick, you just want to see that little crease of skin comes. If it goes up, if it's too much. So when someone comes into my shop, I just watch how they hold their stick, and then I can tell what's the right size from quite easily. And Steve McForce says, I'm up in Cavan as well. Very good. I have some friends in Baileyborough, and Cavan is close to Fermanagh. I do have a lot of relatives that would be Cavan based, but right on the border with Cavan and Fermanagh, there's a place called Kinolly. If you know Stephen Swadlin Bar, a lot of my family between Swadlin Bar and Kinolly, McCaffreys, but all the McCaffreys in that whole area are all interrelated anyway. If you go back a few generations, we're all cousins. So you probably know some of my distant relatives and my second, third, fourth, fifth cousins there. Um, but yeah, if you are going to cut blackthorn and you want to make some sticks, you do have to wait 3 years, Steve. And if you're a new stick maker, like don't make the mistake that all new guys make, and you try to make sticks after a few months or after you just cut them to get them out. They will warp up, they will crack, they will have loads of problems. There's a reason why you have to wait for 3 years, until it's fully seasoned, so that when you straighten them, they stay straight, or they stay like the way that you want them as well. And then when you put your finishing stuff, they're not going to like crack or anything like that. If you work on sticks too easy, and be very careful, Steve. Every year I hear horror stories from people going cutting blackthorn. They're so happy, and I give them all the safety warnings. Be very careful when you are cutting blackthorn. You will get injured. Not you might get injured. You will get injured. That's the price you pay for being blackthorn. And yeah, just always approach it with safety as well. And so and again, like, sometimes you'll see a load of blackthorn in your area, but like when you actually look for a piece that's long enough to make like a 3 foot walking stick with a handle as well, you'll find those pieces aren't really, really good. I mean, are the old bushes gnarly looking really old wood better than the young bushes better for looking for nice sticks? Well, in the young bushes, you can't find any sticks because they're not long enough. They're like just all, and sometimes the older bushes, they grow in a very zigzag type of way. So it's, sometimes you'll walk maybe 200 or 300 foot along a hedgerow and looking for a piece of blackthorn that you can use, and there's not many. That's the problem with a load of things. So you need like a huge blackthorn area usually to be able to get 100 or 200 sticks. Because like even the place that I went today, I got like, I can't remember, 30, 40 sticks out of it. And I had to walk like a great distance just to do that as well. Let's see. Sarah says, it was nice hanging out with you. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the live stream. I hope you took some value of it. If you are looking for a walking stick, you can DM me. And after this live stream, I'll be happy to answer any questions. Like you said earlier, you were looking at some walking sticks. So DM me, and I'm happy to help you out as well. I'm happy to help anyone who's looking for a walking stick or has any questions. Facebook user says, hi from North Carolina. Hello to you. Hope everything is good in North Carolina. Let's see. On the last stream, you talked about Weavers of Ireland and Aaron Sweater Market. I didn't mention the was it the Aaron Sweater Market? But okay, I bought several hats, scarves, and jackets. It's easier to get good Irish products in UX than good ones. Yeah, the Aaron Sweater Market uh, is a place that a good friend of mine, Paddy, works for. Paddy Kelly, and if you are interested, I think he does a lot of the marketing and stuff for them as well. And the let's see, and the Weavers of Ireland. Is that Muckross Weavers, maybe? Okay. Let's see. Ordered my first stick. Looking forward to owning one as well. Very good. And Dominus Dank said I will be in touch as well. So I do appreciate that. Steve says I'm just looking for one or two for myself. I might make a Y stick and a built-in whistle as well. Um, yeah, it's very hard to find a Y stick in Blackthorn. Most people actually make it and force a Y stick out of it. Like, look, Steve, you're going to go. You don't get your hopes up too high to find the piece of wood, because sometimes you'll find these hedges and you walk along it and you're just not going to find anything because they grow zigzag, they go up and down. It's kind of one of these things that might be frustrating to find one, but like you just have to look at the hedge, and you might be able to see some things, or sometimes it might need a few years. But have fun with it, be careful, and don't get injured. Stay good as well. Do you guys have any more kind of questions or anything else that you would like to ask me? I'm quite happy to answer any questions. I think my cup of tea is finished. It is indeed. And I do appreciate all of you guys in the community as well. Let's see. Dean says, got lost in the woods after dark cutting sticks on the river on Wednesday as well. Well, if you get lost in the dark, use your phone light, or just follow the stars as well. Let's see. Steve says thank you. Oh, no, I appreciate that as well. Yeah, if you have any questions, just DM me or anything. Sure, there's no problem there, and I'd be quite happy to answer you. Look, my DM is open for anyone. If you have any questions or anything at all to do, like I'm quite happy. I mightn't have the answers to all of life's problems, but I can certainly try. Um, but yeah, if you get lost in the woods, just don't panic. Have your phone with you, and just make sure you have a phone signal to call someone. Help! I'm lost in the woods, or just a lesson learned. Don't go cutting in the dark. Actually, it's kind of dangerous when you don't have good light, because if you're cutting, you need to be able to see things, and you could hurt yourself. You could cut. You could fall over. You could, there's a million things, a million ways that you could get into trouble in the dark in the woods. And depending on where you are in the world as well, like in Ireland, there's not too many scary creatures in the woods like at late at night, but in the States, mountain lions, bears, wolves, snakes, pretty much everything can kill you. Or if you're in Australia, everything will kill you in the bush. So it's one of those kind of things. Just always safety, safety, safety. I have to say it all the time, because like every year, man, it's like these guys, great guys, like in the community, they come out, they reached out to me, they asked me some questions. They're so eager to get into all of this. And then I just try to tell them just patience. If you cut some blackthorn, wait to 2 or 3 years, it'll be worth it. And have a long term plan of a 3 to 5 year kind of type of thing to do. And just take your time and be very careful, and don't go over the top. Know your body and respect it as well. Mary says hello to Frank and Aaron as always. No problem at all, Mary. Thanks very much for that. And yeah, so if you guys have any more kind of things you want to talk about as well, just ask me anything. Can be about walking sticks, can be about Ireland, can be about anything going on in the world. I'll give a very nuanced and balanced answer. you know. Uh, let's see now. Any more kind of questions on Instagram? Let me have a check. Okay, we have one guy watching over there as well. Let's see. JR Amp, have you started working on stick A or B from your last short? Eagerly waiting an update. I have worked on both. Stick B has won. I haven't announced it yet, and I'll be putting out a video tomorrow on the making of stick B. So I have stick B up to a point where I'm still straightening it. So tomorrow morning I will go in and I'll put on the first coat of sealer and different things. So I should have it finished by like Sunday, and I should have it like ready to go as well. Yes, so this weekend I'll be working on a lot of sticks. I'll probably try to get an early night tonight. But then again, it's like Friday nights are always good for sales, so usually I kind of stay up pretty late to answer as many questions as possible. But yeah, like I have a lot of really good woods to get to. I pulled out all of these. Like I have a really nice hiking staff with a ball at the top of it too, the ones that you guys always want. I was digging through my shed, and I found some nice pieces that are long enough to make one as well. So I think you guys will kind of appreciate that. And I'm going to make some holly for Christmas. I haven't worked on the holly now for a bit, and I have a lot of hollies, so I must go on that. In your opinion, where would be the best place to visit in Ireland that's not the usual tourist circuit? County Kerry um, is the best place to visit in Ireland because I'm there and I'm not part of the usual tourist circuit. You can come to my shop. I can show you my workshop and say hello to you. And base yourself in Kerry, and within a 2 hour distance, you can go, on the Dingle Peninsula. You can go to all of different things. But like everywhere in Ireland is, has tourists and stuff as well. But I think what you mean is just stay away from the tour buses playing. Like in Dingle, you'll see all the tour buses pull in. In Killarney, it's a bit kind of touristy as well. But my town, Killorglin's about 15 miles from Killarney, and it's more kind of an authentic small town and village as well. So yeah, like there's kind of nice places around that. And Facebook user says that Valley Mina come. Who's Facebook user, or is Facebook blocking your name or something now? Because I've seen that like a few things as well. So Ballymena is the only guy I know from there, isn't it? John Elliott, unless that's you behind what's called Facebook user. Let's see, how is the boss man keeping? My dad, he's all right. He's doing okay. My dad is helping me with the packing and with the finishing at the moment and the straightening of the wood. So in the morning, my dad comes into my shop maybe about 10 o'clock, 10:30. Then he stays there till about half 12. And usually he's down in my basement and he is putting on some finish. He likes the smell of the finish too much, I think. Or else he's straightening some pieces of wood. And then I spend most of my mornings either just answering all the customer service questions, doing all the packaging labels, and getting everything ready for it to be packed later in the day. And then I spend the evenings and late evenings making the sticks, working the sticks as well. So the mornings I do all my admin while my dad's there doing all the straightening and stuff, because we try to stay out of each other's way. And then when he's gone in the in the afternoon, I go down to the basement then and I start working on all my new sticks to do that as well. So yeah, that's kind of how me and my dad operate when he's down as well. And he just comes down for a few hours here and there. It's very relaxed, like it's wherever he feels like it. If he needs to get away from my mom to get a bit of peace, if she's wrecking his head, I think he just comes down as well. So that's always good. If she's giving out about something or something like that, my dad's like, "Oh, I'm off down to the shop now to help Francis," which is a good. It's a good to have some place to escape as a man. Sometimes in life you just need your man shed, or you need a place to go. Facebook user, it says, it's John Elliott. Don't know what's happening. Yeah, I don't know. Uh, must be something up with the Facebook, because now anyone who comments from Facebook, it just says Facebook user. So I don't know who it is. So it must be just something that is updated within Facebook. So you can I can just any Facebook user, you can just like identify yourself. So if you're someone that I know, I can acknowledge you as well. So how are you, John? How's everything in Ballymena? Yeah, I've been out. I've been doing a good bit of cutting recently, up in the mountains, up at a higher altitude. And it's all right. It's a bit colder and stuff up there, but it's the place I had today, I could get the car in pretty close to where, so I didn't have a long distance to do it. I was worried the car was going to get stuck, but like I took a chance, because like sometimes if you go into soft lands, you don't want the car to be doing, but it's such a chore dragging down the blackthorn as well. Let's see. I thought you had me banned, as I'm going to sneak down and cut all that good stuff you have down there. Oh no, I know. I didn't ban you yet, because you've always been respectful for me. So I the only ones I banned from my channel are like the guys who are just being, they have ill intentions towards me and my business and my brand and Irish crafts. And a good person like you, who's always been polite in my community. And look, you could take a bit of banter, and you didn't annoy me ever. So I'm a pretty easy guy to get on with. Let's see now. And yeah, I like that. Plus, I can take a bit of, yeah, of course. That's kind of like how I think people should be more nowadays. That you should be able to take a bit of banter, a bit of slagging, and not be as less sensitive. Like, some guys get so offended by the littlest things you say about their little steak, or oh, your steak is this, or your finish is that. Like, having a big cry about it and stuff is not, the best thing in the world. uh but yeah, I think that you obviously have a different upbringing, where you're confident, you've had a bit of banter before as well, and snowflakes everywhere. There's a lot of guys who spend too much time online, and they get offended by everything. They get offended by me cutting blackthorn. Oh, you're killing the trees, tree murderer. Like, I like you only get like 1% of these things. So like, the thing is, like, as you know, John, with blackthorn, your blackthorn is like the Freddy Krueger of woods. It's like the root goes 30 feet in all direction, and then every now and again it pops up, every now and again it pops up. So like, when you even cut up a root and take it, like, the roots are going off in all different directions. You can't really kill a blackthorn tree. Like, once a blackthorn is there, like, blackthorn, like, they take over the land. Like, if they're left run riot, they'll just expand and expand and expand. So like, the thing about blackthorn and cutting blackthorn is it's a hedge. It's everywhere, and when it's in an area, it's like a network of all the roots in all different directions. And then it goes, like, for a few things pop up, goes for another bit and pops up. Sure, you know how it is, this from cutting it up. But like, when you're dealing with these guys online, they get very offended, or different things as well. Or you say something silly like, buy Irish sticks, Irish heritage, and you're a fascist, and you're a Nazi for saying that. Oh God, man. It's kind of entertaining, but still it's kind of like a bit sad and stuff like that. But I guess that's the kind of world that we're lived in. So I think it's kind of important to, like, John, if you're a dad, I think you are a dad. Um you just teach your kids your worldview and your mindset to say, look, don't be sensitive, have a bit of banter, look, having a bit of slagging. But like, when you put yourself online, you're always going to have people poke fun at you, say different things. And some people are having a bad day, and they see you like posting how happy you are, and they're just gonna, oh, I'll say something now. It's fine. I genuinely lose no sleep over any of these things as well. Let's see. I felt your pain this year. First day, stepped over a broken back turn and bag. Sorry, felt your pain this year. First day out, stepped over a broken blackthorn and blackthorn. Sorry, and stepped over a broken blackthorn. And oh, sorry, this keeps jumping as well. Let's see, and bag torn in the balls. Talk about pain. Yeah, the guard at the ready. So yeah, you do get hurt all the time. It's always some little thing that helps you. Like, when you get injured cutting blackthorn, it's like something you don't expect. As that you step a certain way, something will pop up and hit you in the nuts or whatever. Like, it's you know You do, like, luckily I only have one testicle after my my adventures, so there is an advantage to having one testicle. At least it's kind of like, 50% of the pain that you get hit, so you just hope. But you're going to get hit in the nuts when you're jumping fences, going over like different things as well, barbed wire things you don't know sometimes, and different things as well. Soon to be a granddad, already felt like that one anyway. Well, congratulations, John. So is your son or daughter having their first child? And these things happen. You get older as well, and being a granddad is easier than being a dad because you don't have to do the rules or discipline. You just spoil your grandkid. But like, um, try to spend as much time as you can with your grandchildren and try to instill your worldview and your mindset into them, because like it will hold them. Like a lot of kids, they don't spend enough time with their grandparents, and then that knowledge and that mindset, it doesn't influence the next generation coming through. And then the kids are just online on their phones being raised by, TikTok. Sometimes they just need their granddad to actually do some things with them. Granddad giving out about the world, talking about how politics is, talking about the future and different things. Like the kids like the attention, I like hearing it as well. So once they're about 4 or 5, like it's good. Um, could let's see, Dave McNamara, could some nice in County Clare Blackthorn today. Yeah, there's still good bits around the Boreens in County Clare. Uh, County Clare is kind of all right for cutting at the moment. It's kind of hard to find some of the hedgerows, but like there's still plenty there. It's a bit far for me. I go up there now and again to Clare, but not too often to cut. I try to kind of just stay around like Kerry, Cork, Limerick, Tipperary, in that kind of like area, you know. And daughter, she's a nurse. Well, it's a great profession to be a nurse as well. And but here's the thing, like, she's a full-time nurse and has a career, which is a good job. But like, do you think like you would like your daughter to be like a stay-at-home mom and to raise the kid and to nurture the child and give them, that attention? Or like, what's actually your view on parenting? Like, because do you think that like, you know, a mom should like stay home and raise the kids, or do you think they should actually go and work and put them in crash and different things? But sometimes I know you don't have a choice because you have to work, and its jobs are tight at the moment. And like, as you know, like in Northern Ireland, you guys got like shafted so bad by when Brexit happened and stuff. Like it made life a bit more difficult, especially for like getting things out of the UK, bringing them in with the customs and the taxes. But yeah, it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts of an old school guy like you, John, to see. Um, but yeah, like we need more nurses. We need a lot more in healthcare, don't we? I think she'll be back at work, and my wife can mind the kids a few days. Yeah, that's still the same. That's good. Like, I'm kind of old school. I kind of think that the parents and grandparents should spend as much time as they can with their grandkids, especially when you're a grandparent. Like, you never know how long you got left. Like, and every day is good. And it's just so important. Like, you mightn't think it's important, but like if they're 5, 6, 7, 8, and they're at that age where they're asking you 100 questions a day, and they're so interested in everything you do. You're reading the newspaper, they come up to you, what are you reading? What's in the newspaper? What's that? Who's he? What's this? And like, you bring them out and you show them a little bits and pieces and different things. Get them their hands a bit dirty, upset your daughter, that they're all dirty from hanging out with granddad. But like, you know, you'd you'd be lost without the Irish mammy as well and the Irish grandparents. The Irish mammy, is will always look after the grandkids, and yeah, your wife would be kind of happy, to have a new baby in the house, and bring back all the nostalgia and all different things. Just be careful in case she asks you for a baby, then, John. That's the thing, like, when some ladies they hang out with newborns, they'll just start to want to have one again. They forget about the nappies, they forget about the night times and stuff as well. It's a wee boy. He'll be out with the saw in no time. Very good. Well, congratulations, John. And it's a boy, so there's another generation there. That's of your clan and different things. And what the most useful thing you can do in this world is have a life and bring someone into the world. I think that is an important thing to do. I'm very much into populating the world. Um, I think that it's a good thing. In Ireland, we don't have enough, people, and the greatest thing you can do is raise and take the time and enjoy the parenting side of things. I think that's kind of like a very important thing to do in life. And yeah, he's a young lad, so he's going to obviously, if he's some Elliot blood in him, he's going to be what, 6'5" or 6'6". So when he's 3 years old, he'll be my size. But yeah, like it's interesting as well. And family's everything, like yourself. I'm a family man. Yeah, it's like I'm just kind of obsessed with certain things and different things, and I definitely I am a family man, and I think that's kind of I think that's the only way genuinely to help society. And like as a guy and as a man, you have to be that guy in your family, the leader. You have to be the parent. You have to try to get your kids to respect you. And they only respect you if you spent that time with them when they're younger. Then when they get a bit older, they're obviously not going to respect you as much, but like at least you still have your mindset put into them and their worldview. And like, that's all you really can do in life. And go work, try to do things, be useful in your society. Try to help people as best you can. If you don't like people, just be like me and make things for people in your little basement, and then you don't have to talk to people too much. But yeah, like it's something that I've always talked about in these live streams and will continue to as well, that I think the bedrock of any good society is in preserving the family unit, regardless of your political beliefs, your religious beliefs, or anything. I think a guy should provide, should take care of everyone, and you know don't have don't feel sensitive if someone doesn't say well done, dad, thank you so much, dad, for taking care of me. I think you just do it because it's your duty, and that's what you got to do. And yeah, like it's I think this is slowly how we kind of go better in the world. I think that like the internet has kind of become the parent for many families. And although I exist on the internet and I have the internet to thank for my living, I think that it's a very dangerous place too. And it's a difficult thing to do, because like if all the kids at school are on the internet and then they're on the internet, it's a hard one to approach. But like, and then sometimes, like when the internet is the parent, it gives a real parent a break. So it kind of, you know, if you're having a tough day and your son or your daughter is like acting up, and you just give them the device and tell them play some game and pay for some game and download it for them, and then the internet is being their parent and you have your break. And I think that like sometimes you have to kind of break that cycle and say, nah, I just have to spend time. I have to do things as well. Let's see, how's your cutting going this year? I'm finding it harder. The butchers up here have chopped it all down. Yeah, that's why I went to high ground earlier this year, because last year that happened to me. All the hedges were getting cut back. Like usually in Ireland, there's loads of overgrown hedges and there's loads of places to go and different things. But luckily, I know how to find like blackthorn. I know like how to use like Google Maps and satellite maps and imagery, and I look around all different areas and I can find and identify places. I know the type of locations it grows in as well, and I'm pretty good at trying to find like places. And I'm okay. I like for me, my business, John, is like I'd be lost without the four guys who cut for me as well. And like I cut again every year, I can always get about 600. Even like this year, like if I go out even 5 or 6 days, and like before I'd get 5 or 600, and it'll be enough with the other guys and different things. So like if the other guys are cutting plenty for me, I kind of take it easy and I'll cut about 600. If the other guys are down, or they're not cutting, or they've got injured, and what I'll do then is I'll cut more. So that usually I'll cut away a little bit now, go a bit in December, and then in December I meet three of my four workers who cut for me, and I go see them. I quality control and pick out all the pieces I want, and then it's kind of like halfway, and there's still 2 months left of cutting, and like depending on how good and how, if it's grade A, grade B, or grade C blackthorn, if it's really grade A stuff, then I, and like of course I buy that and I pay the guys. I charge €10 per piece of blackthorn that I can use and turn into a walking stick. And like I pay the guys well, like, these guys, they have access to a lot of blackthorn, and for them, it's quite easy to get blackthorn in quantity because they have it in their land, and different things. They don't want to go through the making the sticks, waiting 3 years. They'll make a few sticks themselves, but like, it's not, being a blackthorn stick maker, it's very time consuming. It takes a lot of your time, and a lot of these guys, they have good lives outside of cutting the blackthorn. So they just cut the blackthorn, collect it up. They like to get, a nice payment before Christmas, and then I'll give them another payment maybe in February or March, or sometime like that. And so yeah, so like for me to have a business and have like a proper business, where I've kind of scaled up. Like I started, of course, just doing it myself. But as you grow, and as you grow into a bigger business, you do imply, and every year around November and things, a lot of guys contact me, and as you know, a lot of people are out of work. So if they go cutting blackthorn, it's a nice little earner to cut. And like, I will buy blackthorn, no problem. I have a new guy who contacted me, and he's cutting he's cutting a load in Offaly, and so he's going to hit me up now. He showed me it, and he's cutting a lot of it at the moment. So yeah, it's like with him and this lady who has allowed me access to her land has kind of saved me this year, because like my my main cutter, he's on the ball this year. He's done well. Oh, I figured out these little thumbs up things that you see on the streams. If you do a thumbs up, it appears, and if you do a thumbs down, it like appears as well. Wait, we'll do it again. I think the thumbs down, it'll appear. You see, and then if you do this, it does a heart, isn't it? I think. Wait, I can't remember. I can't even do the heart thing. I don't know. There you go, a heart. So if you do these like actions on your, I don't know, does that do anything? Illuminati. See, does this do anything? Maybe not. Oh, it does. This one's balloons. So I figured out, because sometimes I'd be doing a live stream and I'd be talking like one, and then this like little thing bubble would show up. So it's to do with whatever action you kind of do in these little things kind of show up. And it happened on a few live streams, and people are like, "What's that about?" So I figured out, like, you do a little thumbs up, and then boom, it happens, or there it happens. So it's kind of funny to do. So I'm always playing around with this now. I can't believe it took me forever to figure this out. I should have Googled it. I never Googled it, and I was like, what's that and stuff. And like, it's so funny. Like, if you're talking about something, you do hands down. But they're the only ones I know. There's probably other hand gestures as well, that you can use. But yeah, like, it's always, look, when you're cutting blackthorn for years, like, you 5 years of good times, then 3 or 4 years, and then, like, if you can wait the 7 to 9 years, you can go back to the place from what from things ago. But for me, my cutters are do cutting a lot this year as well, and so it's looking good. It means that I don't have to kill myself. So then, like, so I usually kind of like try to cut about 3 or 400 myself by December, which isn't too hard for me. I know enough places. And then, depending on my guys and what they can do and how much they've cut, then in January and February, like in January, if they've cut a lot, I'll just kind of focus more on, making the sticks and setting myself up for St. Patrick's Day. But if they haven't, then I'm out. Christmas Day, the day after Christmas, New Year's Day. Like, I'll work pretty hard over the Christmas then. Like, to be honest, like sometimes, sometimes, like, in 12 days, I could get my blackthorn quantity for the year. Like, go out and cut 800, 900. I think the most I cut one year was close to 1,000. But like, mostly, like, it's always six. I usually cut about 600-ish if all my cutters are really good. And if then they're slow, there are different things, I'll try to go like 800 or more. But like every year, some new guys like will hit me up. Like when I think I'm in trouble and I think I'm not going to get my quantity for the year, I get a call. Some guys, last January, February, this new guy called me up. He had a load of blackthorn. And I was like, he's like, will you buy it? And I says, if it's real blackthorn, I will. And met him, saw it, gave him the cash, and boom, was on my way. And let's see, is there any use for twisted blackthorn? Yeah, but the thing with twisted blackthorn, it has to be balanced. Like, so if it has like a twist in it and the handle is balanced to it as well, and the twisty pieces have to be thicker. Like the thick twisty things work. But like there has to sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But bendy blackthorn is quite popular as well. Do you guys have any more questions before I leave and leave you guys for another week? If you have any questions, just feel free to ask. I'll be taking it easy tonight because I'm physically worn out from cutting blackthorn. I think I'm going to edit some videos while lying in bed for the next hour. That's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get my few videos made. And as always, guys, thank you for joining the Blackthorn live stream, and hope you enjoyed it. Oh, that's a good one. I didn't know that was happening. The double thumbs up. I'm like a kid now, just discovered a new feature. So double thumbs up is a good one. Ah, these things are quite funny to do. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining the McCaffrey Crafts live stream. Have a good weekend as well. Facebook user, and I don't know what feature that is. Something has happened in Facebook, or something has happened with my streaming software that I use. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm out of here, and buy my sticks. Go to McCaffreycrafts.com. If you're interested in buying a handmade walking stick, you can go to my website, and it's very easy. Every stick is individually pictured and priced. You just click the stick you want, put in your payment details, your address, boom. I'll ship it on Monday. You should have it then by the following Friday or at latest Monday. Usually it's about a week on average. Using FedEx at the moment. They're better. Stay away from UPS. The UPS are not really good at the moment. They have some I don't know delays, transit delays everywhere. But FedEx are pretty good. And yeah, that's about it, guys. So thank you for watching, and subscribe to TikTok, to my Facebook, to my YouTube, to my Instagram if you're watching. And you know, you can DM me anytime you have any questions or messages. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Goodbye.